Warm greetings everyone, thank you one and all for clicking on this video. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga, and we're looking at Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. It's a point and click game published by LucasArts in 1991, and come off the game from the previous year, which is extremely successful, The Secret of Monkey Island. Now this one wasn't quite as successful commercially as the first one, but it continues on where you play the character of Guybrush Threepwood, yes, and he must attempt to find the mysterious treasure of Big Whoop. Look, there's a lane there in this bit at the start. There was a HD remake of this in 2010, which I haven't actually played, but this game on the Amiga was probably best played on a hard drive installed on there because it come over 11 discs, which is absolutely loads. So I'm going to attempt to edit bits so it might seem a bit smoother than the actual game itself back in the day, and it, you know, it might load a bit quicker as well. We're in the Caribbean somewhere, we're going on a mission, and LeChuck from the first game does eventually turn up as some kind of zombie man, but this isn't a walkthrough, that goes without saying. We're just going to see a bit of a vibe at the beginning of the game and how it actually plays. So point and click, is it better than the first one or is it roughly the same? So I don't know how long we'll stay in here, how many locations we'll find, but we just want to see what it's like, and as a kid would it been inviting enough to go back and play a number of times and convince you to actually complete the game. 11 discs though. Imagine opening the box here. Who are these fellas? Is this part of the game? I don't know what they're doing. It might be the intro, it might be part of the game. Come on lads, oh they go, right, dance. Now if you're watching at home, try and copy the dance moves, jump around the room, that's a complicated one. I hope you're doing well. Right, here comes Guybrush. Hey, he says, you guys get out of here. Right, I think they were monkeys. So well done on your dance moves if you were following along at home. Nice music this, nice atmosphere. So it's pirate time and you're in the Caribbean. Right, so yeah, by Ron Gilbert this. I think there was supposed to be a third one, but Ron Gilbert, for whatever reason, had left the project by this point. I don't think they foresee his original ideas here. The first game I got a lot of enjoyment out of, although I didn't actually complete it. We're on Scab Island. If you haven't seen the review of the first one, have a look at that first of all. I'm hoping this is just inviting, but the colour palette seems quite similar. So basically you get things on the screen, you point at them to get your guy to walk in that direction. You have conversations, so we start off in this fire. We're still in the intro bit here, we're not actually in the game. So read this at home if you want to get into the story. But essentially, to paraphrase this, Guy Threepwood is talking to these guys about the mysterious treasure of Big Whoop. So it's trying to build it into there as some kind of folklore. There's this treasure somewhere that people are trying to look for, and you've got to actually find it to get your riches. Hooray! 1991 LucasArts. After the original game from 1990. Now, if you have completed this one, let me know. There's quite a lot of content in there. When I say quite a lot of content, I mean absolutely loads. So you wouldn't have completed this on your first go. There's quite a lot of content, as I say, so you would have got big value for money. Bigger than the first game, I would say. But, you know, all the money was made on the first one. The second one, although brilliant, for some reason didn't catch fire as much as the first one did. Look at that fire there. Can you feel the heat? Maybe. Now, these two pirates I don't think show up later on in the game. We're all talking about Big Whoop. Do a Big Whoop at home. I don't know who Big Whoop is. I'm guessing we find out gradually as we go on in the game. So get ready for pirate impressions. Rawr, and all that sort of stuff. I don't think they said ooh, did they? Maybe just R. Yes, walk the plank, and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, it does go on a bit, these bits, but it's all a part of the gameplay, the atmosphere, and you've got to involve yourself in these point-and-click games. There's a few games we haven't come to yet, which we need to do at point-and-click. I think Loom's one of them. There's a few other ones, maybe Simon the Sorcerer. The only sort of like point-and-click game we have covered so far, I guess, is Monkey Island. Although if you want to count some of those Magic Night games on the ZX Spectrum, I suppose. So it's time to leave these pirates behind as we go walking along Scab Island. Who named that? I don't think there is a Scab Island, is there, in the Caribbean? Right, those guys wouldn't know a good story. Yeah. So they wouldn't. So we've introduced the watcher to the storyline. Those pirates are irrelevant rather than just doing a good intro into what you had to do. I think there's a bridge coming up. Is there a bridge coming up? James Brown always said, take me to the bridge. Don't know if he ever got there. Good luck to him. Right, part 1, the Largo embargo. That rhymes. So I presume there's a few parts to this game. Load, please load. Load, right. So give, pick up, use, open, look at, push, close, talk to, point. I think all those things on the right are what we got to use. So we're going across the bridge, point and click, using that arrow. You can look at stuff, examine stuff, open stuff, all those things it says down the bottom. Right, who's this fella? Where'd you think you're going? Well, yeah, you're new from these parts, are you? Right, this guy's causing some trouble. I just want to cross the bridge. What should we select here? All elements of conversation. You can be aggressive, you can be passive, but I don't think it makes a great deal of difference. Which one would you choose? Let's go for this. Is this some sort of bribe situation? I think this is going to end well, I think. He's shorter than me. I should be able to take him on. This is oh god, that's not good. Am I going to die here? That's no. I think I picked the wrong thing to say to him. Police! Scream as loud as you want. Here's no police on Scab Island. Oh, shut your face. Right, we're going to select something else here. Calm him down. What could calm him down? I probably lost all my money now. If this has ever happened to you, let me know. If you know where Scab Island is, then let us know about that as well. Is it near Aruba or Trinidad and Tobago, or maybe Barbados or Jamaica? Right, okay, so we've recovered, but I think all our money's probably fallen into that dirty sea below us. Remember, wherever you go, sea or on land, you can... Oh, right, okay. Get stuffed, you big twit. Right, that worked out well. So let's go exploring then. Tough town. Right, we'll just go travelling. We'll go in a few places if we can do, and then we'll get out of here, because then we'll know exactly how the game plays. As I said before, if you had this one back in the day, let me know. How far did you get? And if you played the HD remake in 2010, which I've never seen, I think that was on the PC, let me know how that played, because I imagine they put up the graphics to top notch. It's one of those games that after you played it a while, if you get a book telling you or a walkthrough off the internet, you could have great fun with this, knowing exactly what to click on. And it's like watching a film but being in the film at the same time. I'll have to do that at some point, but I won't do a video of that because it'll probably take absolute hours. Walk to the door, which I've done. I presume we're going to get greeted with something now. Here we go. Where are we? This is some sort of shop. I'm going to have to talk to that fellow, aren't I? It's obvious. Look, talk to him, the woodsmith. Come on, woodsmith, what fun we're going to have here. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that Largo guy, what's the problem with him? I mean, that is the name of the chapter, so I guess we got to find out a bit about him. Right, spill the beans. What's happening with the Largo guy? Yes. Right. I think we need to take out that fella. This conversation isn't going well. So you need to do the right conversation in the right pattern, or you could just fall down. Nice apron. Are you some sort of chef? He's a woodsmith. We know this already. A woodsmith makes lots of wooden things. I would have liked a bit of music here. It seems to have died into nothingness, or maybe the sound of the ocean waves. Maybe the remake did have that, and now we got stuck as that woodchuck sort of like conversation. I think we got a smart ass here. Yeah, I can keep pushing forward if I want to. We're not going to get too much out of him. I think we need to go somewhere else that's a bit more useful. I don't even know what a woodchuck is. What is a woodchuck? Is it like some kind of beaver or an otter or something? Something that snores on wood. Maybe it's a woodwork teacher. Right, this conversation's not worth continuing. I'll just go, oh, shut up. Shut up, you big twit. Hey, you started it. Well, it's true. He's got a point there. I did start it. I'd like to play this in VR. I could have a stupid conversation with him all night, I think. Can we go out the back of the shop? No. It doesn't seem like there's anything here we can take. This woodsmith seems about as useful as a wooden pair of trousers, so let's go. A wooden pair of trousers, you get some awkward splinters with that, wouldn't you? Anyway, let's go out here. See you later, woodchuck smith person. Right, lovely graphics. Which direction? Let's go this way. Arr. Right, there's another place we can go into. Where's this place? As we walk to the door. As we walk to the door, we walk right through the door. Da 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 da. Who are you? Hello. Who's this fella? Talk to him. Obvious. Excuse me. Yes. Can I help you? We're not doing much of the adventure. As you can tell, this point and clicking thing, you could be here for absolutely years. 11 discs, I remind you. 11 discs, not 1, not 2, not 3, not those other numbers, but 11. 11. A prime number, I think. Nobody sent me. I wonder what the world record is for completing this game. Half an hour? Maybe longer. It takes that long in like disc loading. But definitely if you had an Amiga back in the day, or still do, definitely need to get a hard drive so you can upload it to there, or download it, whatever the phrase was back in the day, and just play it straight off that. I'm sure it had a hard drive option. Tell me about Big Whoop then. Are you looking for Big Whoop? I think we've already established, beyond reasonable doubt, that Big Whoop is some treasure hidden by someone, and no one knows where the hell it is, and a lot of people are looking for it in this strange Caribbean island. Who finds it, I don't know. So the game at the end, I presume, is a culmination of us looking for it, the zombie of LeChuck from the first game, who we killed, and lots of other hoodlums along the way. Maybe hiring a boat, getting a crew together, but essentially finding it and spending all the ill-gotten gains on random stuff and rubbish that you don't even need. This, as I say, is going to totally absorb you. Absorption. Yes. Right. Yeah, I mean, this conversation can go on for ages. I hope you're taking this all in, folks. Hope you're taking it all in. We're having a conversation with this cartographer, which hopefully will give me a map, but I don't think he's going to look at these options. We're slowly running out of things to say here. Go on, finish the story. Just look for clues. Look for clues that hopefully will reveal a lot more than what we've got already. He's not giving too much away, is he, this fella? It's a bit of a grinding game, this. But he's got a nice room there. Look at that wooden ceiling. It goes round a bit of an arch. Is that glass he's got on the top? If so, that's very, very clever. Right, it's not giving me any information about Big Whoop. This guy knows nothing at all. I don't think he can be trusted. Maybe we should look like a cold blade under his neck. Yeah, see, look. He don't even, I bet he does know their names. He does know them. The Big Whoopers. The Whoopers. If you are watching and you are a member of the Big Whoop team, then let me know. And where is your treasure buried? But I'm sure someone's already found the treasure by now. Because this is probably, what, the 18th century? 17th century? 16th century? One of those centuries, but it definitely wasn't last Tuesday. He's not going to be impressed by that. Yes, I told you. I mean, Guy Fleetwood Bush person, he destroyed the legendary pirate LeChuck in the first game, and everyone's got short memories here. They'll quickly forget stuff. Hopefully there's a gang of pirates I can talk to at some point. We could have some fun there. Now where are we? Walk to the ship. Now a ship's a good thing for actually sailing away to other places. I don't know if we can do that here. But you're getting the gist of how the game works, haven't you, really? It's delightful animated, beautiful painted scenes each time, a really easy to use mechanism and lots of depth to it. But you need patience. Some people would have hated this game in general. You're either into point and clicks or you're not. I really like those choose your own adventure, like textbook games back in the day, where you had a physical book. It's like turn to page 60 if you want to go left, turn to page 12 if you want to jump down an alligator's throat, stuff like that. And if you did the alligator's throat one, you probably died. Right, so I'm talking to this fellow who looks like he works in laundry, And there's some free pirates on the left asleep on the back of that boat, which I think are going to prove much more use. There's a rat moving about as well. Yes. There's not start a fight, so it's quite basic, isn't it, really? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 9 things. So let's talk to these guys. Maybe they can fill us in a bit more with the mysterious Big Whoop. Let's wake them up first. Right, that's woken him up. Wake up, sleepyhead. Right, all 3 of them awake. Please say something intelligent, you big twits. Right, yeah. Right, remember me? I do remember these 3 guys from the first game. They had a pet rat, and that pet rat seems to be down there. And they've forgotten already. Right. I need to impress them. I don't want to leave yet, that'd be a bit silly. Right, I got rid of LeChuck in the first game. You might remember that. I bet they don't. They seem like 3 twits, actually. Yeah, they don't believe me. I am really him. Right, okay, so I've got their attention. Why did you wake us up? So they're to the point. I like that. The direct approach. Yeah, what are you guys doing up there? Please say something. Well, I've got a clue what alright, I believe these 3 fellas joined the circus before, because pirating had got a bit low with all the new pirating in town. But I was supposed to rid them of that. Guy Freakwood has got a beard in this one, which he didn't have in the first one. I think I'll get more intelligent talking from that rat, really. If I just went to that rat, look rat, where's Big Whoop? And it said, oh, just round the corner. And I go there and dig that up. This is going to be a long, convoluted story, I presume. We might be 10 minutes here. If you are in fact still with me, well done. You must be a good Secret of Monkey Island fan. I admit it doesn't make for the most entertaining of videos. That's why I don't do text adventures too much, although there might be a few we will come to, just for historic purposes. Point and click a little bit more interesting, but a lot more interesting to play yourself. You can click on what you want, then watch someone else do it. So yes. So if you've got a real Amiga, either a 500, a 600, or a 1200, or 3000, or beyond, or emulation, let's give you a bit of a rough idea. Is it worth tracking this down? You know, either way, as I say, try and go for a hard drive option if that is indeed possible. Otherwise, it is entertaining, but you have to spend a lot of your time on it, and to get the most out and the most enjoyableness out of it, if that indeed is a word, you have to put in the hours. Yes, but there are lots of good graphical touches, lots of good humour in this, and LucasArts did really, really well. Deserved to do a lot more than it should have done back in the day. I don't think it sold as many as it could have done. But in today's market, where people want instant excitement and gratification, I don't think it would do very well now, unless you're from a certain age group and play it from a retro or nostalgic point of view. So we're still talking to these fellas. Then they joined the circus, but I just think they're three drunkards, really, aren't they? They're 3 drunk twits. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to ever review every Amiga game that ever got reviewed, and there's still a few classics that I haven't come to. There's a few that I can never get to load, which I try every now and again. Super Skid Marks, I've been having a bit of trouble with that, trying to get that to work. But I do believe there was a game before that called Skid Marks without the super on the front, so we might have a go at that at some point. There's a lot of rubbish games we've got to come to as well. As I say, I'm not sure we'll do too many point and click games, but the Secret of Monkey Island games, you know, are too big to ignore, really. Is that your rat? There's a rat in the kitchen which I'm gonna lose. There's a rat in the kitchen, something. UB40, I think. Oh no, yeah. Right, I don't think we can get too much more conversation out of these people. We might leave the game quite soon if I run into a dead end, because no one wants to see me just walking backward and forward on the same old scenery. One could argue we didn't want to see you get as far as this on this game. I would have completed it by now. I would have been on a boat, I'll be in a fight, I'll be on a galleon, I'll be in a pub, I'll be doing lots of other stuff. Well done to you. Hopefully you get a lot further than me. But as I said before, and I always say, like a broken record, if you remember them, it's all about seeing as a kid what would you have done on your first few goes, how far you would have got, and when you got stuck, would you have been inspired to go back and play some more. Now, I think I would have played the first one a lot more than the second one, but I certainly would have gone back at least a few times, got a few hints from my mates to try and get to the next stage. Can we go through here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, but I would have played it a few times, but I think eventually, nice as it does look, I think I would have ended up getting stuck, getting a bit bored, and then never played it again. I don't think I would have utilised all 11 discs, that is for sure. Right, so where are we now? I'm starting to lose sight of myself. Are we going back where we came? Right. Come on, Guy Fleetwood, Bush, person. What is his name? I've written it down. Guy Brush Fleetwood. What a handful of a name that is. He should have just called himself John Smith. There might be something around here, mightn't there? Looks like we've run into a dead end here. That's the ship. We're back into the sea. Maybe that is the way to go. Maybe I didn't click on the right thing, because it is like pixel perfect, this. No, we don't want to go back to the bridge. That's where Largo was and gave us a bit of trouble. Or maybe we are supposed to get to him again. But anyway, we'll go back where we came. I sense... Well, we've been playing this about 20 minutes, something like that. I think we've exhausted the early introduction of the game. It's the cartographer. Hello. Yeah, buzz off. I've been in there before and you was no help at all. Yeah. I think we'll leave that one there, you know. So I hope you liked having at least a little look at that one. That was Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge on the Commodore Amiga, published by LucasArts in 1991. Now, if you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Yeah, pretty good game, but I'm not finding it that addictive. So yeah, until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.